I have noticed while everyone was talking that we have another constituent on who asked a question at the time of registration. So Sanjay Sharma, you submitted a few questions with regards to immigration that maybe Kyle can address for you. If technical support can unmute Sanjay, please.
Hi, Kyle. My name is Sanjay, and I have a question which is a little different than what my friend Hari asked. In last 2 years or 3 years or so, especially with the change in political scenario in our south of neighborhood, a lot of people have been, allowed to come to Canada without thinking anything about the impact. So huge number of, and I am from IT professional background, and I'm an IT professional, and this is what I am experiencing, that there are far more people than the job growth. If it is combined with the growth in the number, it's welcome. But if it is not, then it is going to put an impact on the Canadians, because for each of their job, there are more people to claim for it. And I can give you an example, like with my kind of experience and my kind of thing, if, for example, if I was getting 100,000 offer like 2 years ago, now people say, if you get 75,000, you should be happy and you should be lucky, because there are so many people with same or maybe higher experience who are coming in, tons and thousands and whatever you want to call it. So won't take too much of time. I hope you understand.
So I think what you're saying is that you work in the IT field, and you can feel free to correct me anytime. You work in the IT field. You're noticing that there are a lot of people, workers, who are coming to Canada in that technology field through various channels of immigration, and that is making it much more difficult for Canadians who are in that field to A, get a job, and B, it's putting downward pressure on salaries because so many people are coming in, and maybe they're prepared to work for less money. Or is that a good summary of the question?
Absolutely agreed. And just to say that a lot of people are coming on work visas, which are like temporary visas.
Yes. So through the temporary foreign worker program.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's been some challenges with a number of large corporations in the past who were doing a couple of things. Yes, they were laying off Canadian workers in the IT field, and they were outsourcing jobs to other countries. India was one in particular. The companies got a lot of bad press about that, and so they stopped a lot of their outsourcing. I am starting to hear exactly the issues that you're raising right now, though, that the sort of side effect of that has been an increase in the number of temporary foreign workers who are coming into this country in the IT field. And that shouldn't happen, because when you apply for a temporary foreign work permit as an employer, you have to do what's called a labor market analysis. And as part of that labor market analysis, you have to show that you have posted this job in certain acceptable forums, that there have been no applicants for that job for a certain amount of time, and therefore the assistance of a foreign worker is required in order to fill that position. And there have been a number of areas in the Canadian economy where that has worked quite well. For example, in the agricultural sector, that's been used all across the country for a long time. I find it very surprising that this is going on in the IT sector, where we graduate a high number of highly skilled and highly educated people here in Canada. So I don't have an answer as to why this is going on or what the solutions are, but I am the Deputy Shadow Minister for Immigration and Citizenship and Immigration for the Conservative Party of Canada. And I'm going to discuss this with my colleagues, and we're going to I'm going to suggest that we look at this at the Immigration Committee to see if what you're saying is causing detrimental effects to Canadian employment, because the immigration system should not work, and the temporary foreign worker program should not work to put downward pressure on Canadian salaries or cause Canadian workers to not be able to have jobs. In fact, they're supposed to do the exact opposite. Both programs are supposed to fill gaps in the Canadian economy. I see you've got your finger up, Sanjay. Let's maybe let him ask one more question, and then we can, if I can answer that, we can move on to the next.
Thank you very much. I simply wanted to say, like, south of the border, they said for 1 full year, there are not going to be any more new H-1B visas or something similar. And
Yeah.
while they are saying unless until it's critical or crucial, they don't want to issue such things. So, which is perfect for people, the legal residents there, to, especially during this pandemic, not to lose their jobs and not to get impacted. And they should be given first chance rather than outsource people at much lower wages or much lower competitive salaries, just because certain companies and organizations wants to make too much money. And this is what I want to be highlighted as well. Thank you.
Sanjay, you raise a great point. I think right now, with the challenges that the Canadian economy is facing as a result of COVID-19, the last thing we should do is have Canadian jobs displaced by people coming into the country on work visas or any other type of visa. I'm absolutely going to bring this up with my colleagues on the Citizenship and Immigration Committee and with my Conservative colleagues, and we're going to look into this a little bit further and then speak about how we need to make changes to address this situation. Thanks very much for raising the question.
And I could be of any assistance you require. Your office can contact me after, so we can talk offline.
Absolutely, we'll do that.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sanjay.
Thanks for the question, Suzanne.